that? Toss ball card. Yep, I'll steal that. Nothing in the fridge. Light ammo. Ah, fuck. What up, yo? Blast your head
I wonder
off.
what I'm doing with myself.
Nothing. Use workbench. Okay. So this is my big gun. Okay. Install mods. No mods. Great. Tarmac mac and cheese. Ooh, what's this? Bypass. Terminal. Apple juice. Oh no, this shit expires. I wish I could just throw everything to the ground. That'd be pretty fun. Ow. Broke your knees, bitch.
Got a lot to do.
Nah, fuck you. Yeah, leave, bitch. Fuck you. Fuck you want?
Just gotta keep our heads up.
Bitch, you need to leave. Or I'm gonna slice you. Oh shit. It was an accident. I swear. Man, I don't want to combat anyone. It's okay.
Just gotta keep our heads up. Sorry, I've got a lot to do.
It was an accident. I swear. Can I talk to you? No restraining order? Man, I'm so confused. Like, it's probably like this, bitch. These showers? I want to be a gunslinger. Oh shit, my knees. Don't mind me. What do you want, bitch?
Somehow, you're safer inside the walls. Got my
Fuck you. I can be a supervisor here. What the fuck?
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
I guess you're a foreman?
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill. If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
don't know what anything is, but I'm stealing it. Nothing interesting. I'm breaking so many OSHA laws. And they're gonna be like, huh? Oh shit.
The grease monkey, Argo? Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. Good law, no, I don't want you killing anyone, least of all them. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town. Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership. That is not a hypothetical I enjoy entertaining. We need Adelaide back. Nonetheless, I will settle for the return of her followers. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Combat support, okay, increasing the carrying capacity. I have a carrying capacity? What the fuck? Well, maybe stealing wouldn't be the best thing to do since, I can just kill you right here, right now. Nah. Let's go. Hurry up. Just like, let's see. She got a booty? They're not like Fallout. Can I change your clothes? You's good. You's good. I like you. What you looking at?
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk. Hey, ma'am, can we talk? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. About if what Mr. Thompson proposes to do, and maybe he can think of something else to try. Something we ain't. He used to go walking outside town. Maybe he found something that'll help. It's just an idea. That's all. The mission's on the east side of town. You can't miss it, on account of it being the only clean thing. Thanks, ma'am. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
She's not going with me? What's this?
I'm on my way. I'm going. Gotcha. Moving. Something you need? That's on account of how I never met her. It's hard to miss what you never knew. I don't ponder it over much. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here. Well, I don't know about normal. Dad said she worked under some kind of special contract. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers. I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto, at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar de Soto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and If it were as easy as a few soothing words in the right ears, I'm sure it would have been done already. Consider it a challenge. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume. The marauders I met when I ventured outside the walls might agree with you. Bastards snuck up on me while I was dutifully hunting for a banned book in a collector's library. Barely escaped with my life. But you see, one of the reasons I transferred here was to get my hands on that heretical text. If you managed to acquire it for me, I'd pay quite a handsome sum for the book. I I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption. On the contrary, my position means that I am one of the few legally allowed to possess such items. But do not worry. You'll be safe since you are acting on my behalf.
Something you need?
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you around here too often.
Oh, I just came to talk to the vicar is all. None of us are...
So the heart is in the middle. So attack it by sector 24. That was kill him automatically. Automatically. What the fuck? This guy's weird. Okay, let's see. Wants me to travel 500 feet that way. Why can that be? 500 meters that way, never mind. That's half a kilometer. Gains. Let's do this. Why do you want me to do some gains? Gains, 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 gains. Man, this bitch could really run. What is this? What is this? What is this? How do I get it? Oh, I know where. But this is. Need those super jumping skills, which I don't have. Oh fuck. It's not glitched, I just need those super jumping skills. Never mind. Thank you, goodness.
Not gonna work.
Oh, okay. Wait, can I give you a gun?
Can't do that.
Where you at?
Sorry, can't do that.
Oh shit, many.
That's not possible.
Where are you?
Won't work. Sorry, I can't.
Dude, just jump.
Yeah, huh? You mean about the mission being too clean? I know, but Vicar says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicar sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass. The Vicar's about the only soul in the Vale who spends his time thinking on what is and ain't right. It's just that when he looks at me, I feel I disappoint him.
Okay, so let's push you. you go.
Sorry, can't do that.
Oh shit. So I found a glitch. Fast there. 2, 3, 6. So I found a glitch. There you go. Come on.
Sure, on my way.
Okay, now
Sure. Be right there.
whoa, 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 what the fuck? Fucking bitch.
What's that?
Last one.
No, don't die. I forgot you guys actually died. Oh no! Stop, 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 stop! Oh my god. Oh my god, we all died. Whoa, if it ends, it ends. Interesting. Well, it was enough of that.